For this problem, we are going to solve the equation sin x plus cosine x equals square root 2 if x is greater than or equal to 0 degree, less than 360 degrees. The equation involving two trigonometric functions, sine and the cosine term, we are going to adjust or do something to make it into the form of a single trig function. For this case, since both of them are already in the sine of the single angle or sine of x and cosine of x, what we're going to do, we are going to raise to the power 2 both sides of the equation to make it into the form that we can use the trig identity to replace one into the other form. When you raise to the second power, the right hand side becomes 2. The left hand side, which is the perfect square, is from multiplying sine x plus cosine x by itself. So we use the Fourier technique. We're going to get sine square x plus 2 times sine x cosine x plus cosine square x. With this way, we can see sine square x and cosine square x can be combined to be 1 by using the Pythagorean identity. Make a note here, sine square x plus cosine square x equals 1. So these two terms combine and is replaced by the value 1. Equation becomes 1 plus 2 times sine x times cosine x equals 2. And then subtract 1 both sides of the equation. We have 2 times sine x times cosine x equals 1. On the left hand side, we have the form of 2 times sine x times cosine x, which is the sine of the double angle. Make a note here. So sine of 2x equals 2 times sine x times cosine x. So we're going to replace the left hand side with the sine of the double angle or the sine of 2x. Now equation becomes sine of 2x equals 1, or we have the equation of the single trig function involving multiple angle and the multiple angle, which is the 2x term. This equation involving the sine function, put a note, the period of this function gonna be 2 pi and in the degree form, which is 360 degrees. The sine is positive and angle 2x will be in quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. We're gonna use the unit circle to help us determine the value. I'm gonna move to this corner. The sine is the first coordinate of the order pair and is 1, which tells, no, the second coordinate, sorry. So gonna be the value 1 here. So the angle will be 90 degrees. So we have 90 degrees as a solution for the 2x. So we put a note here. So 2x equals 90 degrees and make it as all solution form. To make it all solution form, we're gonna add this solution to x by the multiple of 360 degrees or 360 degrees times k, where k is the integer. Okay, k is the integer, but we are going to solve for x. So keep going with the equation by dividing both sides by 2. We have x equals 45 degrees plus 180 degrees times k as the general or the all solution form. But the problem asks you to find the solution for x between 0 degree and 360 degrees. So we're gonna have just 2 cycles for this problem. So we're gonna look for 2 cycles because we have to do up to 360 degrees. 2 cycles tell us that we're gonna use k equals 0 and k equals 1. For the first round, gonna be k equals 0. For the second round, k gonna be 1. And replace k0 for the general solution form or all solution form. We have x equals 45 degrees plus 180 times 0, which is 45 degrees. For the second round, going to be 45 degrees plus 180 degrees times 1, and it turns out to be the value 225 degrees, sorry. So we have two solutions. X equals 45 degrees and X equals 225 degrees for this problem.